Hey guys, welcome to my channel Infotech with Zafar Khan. Today I am going to discuss a new lecture of DevOps series, that is lecture number 6. In this lecture we will discuss some more important commands on Git. Very important video because all these commands we will do in lab in AWS EC2 instance. So let's discuss first with git command. Git config. First command is git config. Convenient way to set configuration options for your Git installation. You will typically need to use this immediately after installation of Git on a new development machine. The first thing you should do when you install Git and set your usernames and email address. This is important because every Git commit use this. The next one it is git clone. Git clone basically it's create a copy of existing Git remote repository. Cloning is the most important way for developers to obtain a working copy of the central repository. A Git clone is full copy of the repository including all loggings and versions of files. Now we will discuss about git clean. Basically, this command removes untracked file, not undertrack, it's an untracked file from the working directory. When we create a file in the working directory, during that time, it will be untracked. Okay, so git clean will remove the untracked file from the working directory. This is logically counterpart of the git reset, which is typically operate on tracked file. I mean, git reset is typically operate on track file, while git clean is operate untracked file. It will remove the untracked file. How we will do that? Let's go to the AWS EC2 machine. Okay, so here the AWS EC2 machine is ready. Okay, so first we will switch the root user. So we will do sudo then su. Okay, because it is normal user we have to install the git. So we are now in the root user, so let's install the git. Yum install git -y. It is now installed. Okay, so now as we discuss first command git config. Okay, so we have to configure it. So what we will configure the username and the email address. Okay, user's email id basically. So let's do how we will do that. Git config -global and user dot name and put double quotes the username. You can put any name. Okay, let's put Zafar. So it is now username is created, and then we have to also configure the email id of user. So how we will do that? Git config user email. Okay, then double quotes put the user email id. So it is now configure the username and then user's email ID. So how we will check that whether it is configured or not? So git config global user dot name. It will display the name. This is the name, username. Similarly, you can put the email. It will display the email ID. If you want to see both in a sequence, then you can simply write the command git config hyphen list. So it will conflict, it will show both user ID and email address. Okay, so this is the overall concept of git config. Okay, so next one we had discussed with git clone. Okay, so what is the git clone? We have already discussed. Let's, without losing our time, let's clone it first. Okay, so we have a git repository. This is our git repository. So what it will happen, it will copy the entire repository in along with the files. Okay, so how we will do that? Simply copy this one URL, it is required, and then go to the terminal and write the command git clone and then put the URL. It will clone all those things. Okay, it is created a repository, as well as it is copy the files whatever it is in the remote repository. It's a git file and contents. Let's check the contents. So contents is here, two codes is written over here, and then repository name is git demo and the file name is git file. So let's check. Yes, it is basically clone it. Okay, let's go to inside the git demo cd. Let's check the file is there. Yes, git file is there. Let's check what is the content of the file. Git. So here it is. So that means when we clone it, it will copy the entire things. Means fully copy of a repository, including all logging and version files. Whatever the loggings, whatever the logging means what are the commits already given over there. So it will come over here. Let's check commit git log. So here the commits, everything will be copied over here. Okay, when you clone it, so everything will be cloned. Okay, so this is the cloning funda. Okay, now clean. So we have discussed about this clean. So it will remove the untracked file. Okay, do we have untracked file? Let's check git status. So we have nothing to commit over here. So let's create a file. Okay, by putting touch command, touch file one. So let's check git status. Git status. This is the untracked file. Okay, so I want to remove it, remove the untracked file. So how we will do that? There are three ways you can use. Okay, first one, git clean hyphen I. Okay, and then file name git clean hyphen I and then file name file one. So it will ask, there is some option, it will ask you what you want to do. What now? You want to clean, means it will delete it. You want to filter, you want to help, something like that. So this is the first way. Okay, so I am quitting over here. Let's put 5. I will not delete now. So the file is still there. Okay, this file is still there which I have created now, and it is untracked file. Okay, So there is another option, that is git clean hyphen n. Git clean hyphen n. What it will do? It will dry run. It will dry run basically. It will not remove, or it will not delete the file. So just it will give the information, dry run. Would remove the file one. So see, basically deleting a file is very critical things. Okay, you don't know what is written over there when you are working in the live project, or when you are working in the company. You have to take a lot of precaution while deleting. So that's why you just, if you put this command, it will ask you, it will give a chance, it will give the options, would you removing the file one. So whether I am removing the correct file or not, or something wrong file which is very important and I am deleting. So that's why we will use this command first. Okay, and if you are a full confident, not overconfident, okay, if you have a full confident and you want to really delete it, then you can put the command git clean hyphen f. So it will delete it. So removing the file one. Okay, so now the file one has been deleted. So let's check any file, is there file with the name of file one? No, this has been already copied from, clone it from the remote repository. So this file is there, and the file which I have created with the name of file one, which has been deleted by the using of git clean hyphen f. Okay, now move on to the git reset. So let's discuss. So git reset. Now what is git reset? It undoes the changes to file in the working directory. Remember it. When you are working on the working directory, it will undo the file. Resetting lets you clean up the completely or remove the changes that have not been pushed to public repository. It means that when, say for example, if you created a file, okay, and added into a staging area, and all of sudden you recognize that you did some mistake and you want to change the file, then you can use this reset command. Okay, so it's a very simple one. So how you will do that? You will just put the git reset command hyphen dot. I will show you later. Okay, let's discuss the other command, git reverts. Git reverts is basically undo the committed snapshot. Means when you have created a file and you have added it into the staging area and then committed it, so then you will undo this one. Okay, it will undo the existing commit when you observe a faulty commit. Reverting is the safe and easy way to completely remove it from the code base. Okay, so basically I would say here that if you have a committed, that means you have done it. Say for example, one of the example I can say, if you are triggered a missile from missile launcher, so then it will come out. You cannot revert back it. So what happened? Unless you have the anti missile, then it will destroy on the sky. So the similar kind of thing you can say over here, that when you commit it, you cannot revert back. So the alternate option is that the previous commit you can put over there, the previous commit. Okay, you can, whatever the changes you have done, suppose you have written a code ABC, okay, it is already committed and you have updated ABCDE, okay, so and you found some faulty over there, so then the previous commit was ABC, you just published it, so it will revert the latest one and it will launch the previous one. So this is the way for the reverts. I will show you. how it will do that. Okay, then there is a command called show. So this command we have done multiple times. Okay, it's basically showing the metadata and context changes, whatever the commits you have done, and who has done the commits, and what is his email ID. Everything will be shown when you put this command git show. So let's do in the on lab. Okay, so the first one we have discussed about the git reset. Okay, so what happened, uh, suppose a file, I am creating a one file, git, sorry, touch commands, touch file 2. I have created this file. Okay, and then I have added, so git add, so it is now in the staging area, it is staged now. So git status, it is now in the staged. Okay, so staging area, so it will undo the file from the staging area. Okay, so what will happen, so let's put the git reset. Okay, so git reset hyphen, put a dot, so what will happen, it will reset it. Okay, let's check git status, it is now untracked. Okay, it comes to the your original directory, working directory, from staging area. So you can revert it, you can undo it by using this command. Okay, and if you execute the git reset hyphen hyphen hard, then it will remove from both place. Okay, both place means it's a working place as well as from the staging area. Let's do it again, git add. Okay, so git status, it is showing now in the staging area, as well as I have this file on the working space. Okay, I have not committed yet. Okay, so I want this file to remove from staging area as well as our working directory. So what I will do, I will just simply type git reset, then hyphen hyphen hard. Okay, it will remove from the staging area as well as in the working space. So head, now this has been pulled commit. Okay, so let's check git, nothing is there. Okay, that means it is removed on the from the staging area. And let's check whether it is there on working space or not. No file is there, right? I have created a file 2, it was untracked before I moving on to the staging area. So now I have given this command, so it will remove from both places. Both places means staging area as well as from working space. So this is the git reset command. Now git revert. Okay, so it will, as I told, it will undo the committed snapshot. So it, I mean, existing commit will push into the main place or main branch, you can say. So when it will do, when you observe the faulty commit, you have done it and all of a sudden you are thinking that I have done something wrong. So let's revert it safely. So this is the way to reverting a safe and easy way to completely remove it from the code base. Okay, so how we will do that? Let's check it. Again, I am creating the file touch file 2. Okay, I have created now. Let's add it. Git add. Okay, git status. So it is in the staging area. Let's commit it. Okay, git commit hyphen m and put reverting. So it is now one file is changed. There is no data over there. I have not written any data, so that's why zero insertion and zero deletion. So that is not a issue. Okay, so now I will check the commit ID because I have to put the commit ID. So git revert and then commit ID. So how will check the commit ID? Git log. So the last commit was the latest commit. Okay, so this is our latest commit, this one, because I am reverting. Here I have written the message reverting. That means this one is the commit ID. So I'll copy it. Okay, and then put git revert, git revert, and then commit ID. I want to revert it this commit ID. Okay, so it is now reverted. So let's put some message over there why I want to revert it. So let's put a specific message. Please ignore, please ignore this commit ID. Why? Because I found some faulty. I did some mistake over there. So I want to revert back. Okay. So I have to give some message so that everybody know why it has been reverted back. Okay, so put a specific message. So I have just typing over here, please ignore this commit ID. Okay, and then save it. So it is now reverted. Okay, git log, a new commit ID is generated. So you will understand over there. Yes, so this is the new commit ID and this is the commit ID which have reverted. Okay, so that means the previous one has goes to live, you can say. Okay, so this is the way to revert back. If you found after committing, if you found something like we did some mistake, the code is not working properly and there is a high escalation on client side, so then you can revert back. So this is the way, this revert commit, this commit I have reverted, and then when you publish the previous one, then it will generate a new commit ID. Okay, so this is the basically way to revert back. Now there is another command which we have discussed, that git show. So I mean this command shows the metadata and contents changes of the specified commit. So whatever the commit you have done, okay, so this will I mean this will show the details and data, metadata means data of data. Okay, so let's check it. Q. Okay, so git show and then put the commit ID, which commit ID you want to see in details. Suppose I have reverted it, this one, this commit ID, so I want to see this one. This is the important one. Okay, because I have reverted back, so it will show the details. Okay, so this is the basically git show. I have executed this command, so the commit ID, it will show who is the author of this, Zafar, and then his email ID, I mean user, basically who is the user of this and what is his email ID and when he has done this reverting, what exactly he have done it. So all these details means it will show the metadata. Okay, so this is the command which you can see the details. Now let's go to the slide. Okay, so git show. We have another commands git stash, git tag, and git log. Git log we are also all using already. Okay, so now git stash and git tag, these two are very important. Okay, so git stash means this command is temporarily store all the modified track files. Say for example, what happened? Suppose your manager come back all of a sudden and ask you, so basically you are working already, okay, on one of the tasks. So you have done some code. You have already completed half of the code, or say something you have done already. And all of a sudden your manager came and asked you to stop this one. Okay. And let's do the priority work. What are the priority work? Because he know he's your manager, so he know what is the priority work. Client has all of a sudden asked then do this one. This is the priority one because it is impacting to the customer, so do this one. So then what will do at this moment, because you have already written some code, okay, number of lines you have done it, then what you will do? So that file you can stash and put it in the temporary storage. So stash is nothing but a temporary storage. Okay, say for example, just okay, let's complete this one. Then we'll use the git tag. So git tag means you have the I mean tag that labels. It is basically a label that can use to identify a specific commit. So whatever the commit you are doing and you want to check it later, you can specify the tag over there so that you can easily identify the commit, that particular commit. Okay, and then git log, you have checked the commit history, all details of commit history, whatever you have done it earlier. So git log is basically seeing everything over there. Okay, so let's go to the uh, lab AWS EC2 instance and check first git stash. Okay, so let's create a file. Okay, so just uh, I'm using the vi editor and demo file, demo file. Okay, and then you are writing something over here. Okay, like, hi all, you are watching Infotech with Zafar Khan. Suppose you have written this one. Okay, and all of a sudden your manager came and asked you that stop this work and do the priority work. So what you will do, you simply just save it and put it into the temporary file, temporary area. So how you will do that? Just put git stash -u. So saved working directory and index, this message, it will give you this message. So it will already save whatever you have done it, half of the work that is saved, and it is in the temporary storage area, stash, that is called a stash. Okay, let's create another file, touch, I'm not writing anything, touch file 5. Okay, and put it also in the stash area, git stash -u. Okay, so these two files I have placed into the stash area, and I will start whatever my manager is asked. So let's check what are the list that you store and how it will show. Okay, so let's check git stash, then list. So these are the two files which I have temporarily stored in the git stash. Okay, so it will show like this. This one is basically the latest one, and this one is the old one. Remember it. It will show like this. This is the latest one, and this is the old one. Okay, so now if you want to work in the file, this file, so once you have done it, whatever your manager has told, and he is asking, he I mean whatever he has asked you, you have completed, and everything has done. So now again you come back and you wanted to work from this file. Okay, from this file, so you can get it that file. So how you will get it? So git stash apply, git stash apply, and then copy this one. So this is now in the working space demo file. So you can start working. Okay, so you can start working, and you can just whatever you want you can do over there, add it and then commit it and then post it to the github, whatever you want, the further processes. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that you can temporarily keep it in a stash area so that you can do other work rather than this one. You can choose the priority one as your manager said. Okay, so so now you suppose you have done it, this one. Okay, and you have committed it and placed into the uh, GitHub remote repository. Okay, after that, uh, it is still there on the stash area. So let's check git stash list. It is still there. Okay, even you have apply it. Okay, you have bring back to in your working area, and you have committed it, but this file is still there. So you have already done everything. Okay, so this is not required now, so you can remove it. So how you will remove it? You can clear it basically. So how you will clear? Very simple command, git stash and clear. Okay, so it is now cleared. So let's check whether it is cleared or not. Nothing is there. That means it is clear. So you can remove this one from the stash place. Okay, now git tag, how to apply the tag. Okay, so git tag is nothing but a you just specifying to identify the which commit is we have done it. So let's do that. Git tag hyphen a, git tag hyphen a, and then tag name you can put anything. Important, important tag, important tag. Okay, for your identification, and then hyphen m, and then put some message. This is important tag, this is important, important tag. Okay, and then commit id. Okay, so commit id, how you will get it? Which one you want to identify, which one you want to put it? So reverting one, the one which I have reverted. So I am putting this one. This is my important because I have reverted back. So let's put the commit ID. So this is the overall syntax: git tag hyphen a, and then the tag name. Tag name you can put anything. It's up to you. Then hyphen am, and then some message, and then commit ID. So it will tag it. Okay. So how you will check that? Just put git tag. So this is the important tag. Okay. So you can check it. Okay. Then git show tag name, you can check it what is the what you have done against that commit ID. So git show, and then tag name. Tag name is important tag. Let's copy it. So this is what we have done. Okay, so this is the important tag. Tag name is important tag, and trigger by the Zafar, Zafar, and then his email ID when he has trigger, and what the message is, and that commit ID, and all those details you will find it. So this is the what the concept of the git tag. Okay, so you can identify by using that tag. Now if you want to delete that tag, how you will delete that? So very simple command: git tag tag hyphen d, and then tag name. Okay, what is your tag name? Just put over here. It is deleted now. So deleted tag, important tag has been deleted. It's a showing message. Okay, so this is the overall concept which we have discussed. Okay, so this slide, and I have whatever I have used in the demo or in the AWS EC2 instance, the same syntax I have written over here, so that it will be useful for you. You will understand later, and pause the video and you will just copy it and try to understand what sorry what all these things. And if you have any doubt, you just put comment in my video, so accordingly I will reply over there. So the important thing is that this is the very important, because it's a in interview point of view, they will ask this type of question. Reset is used before commit. Okay, before commit reset is used, and after commit revert is used. This you have to keep in your mind. Okay, from interview points of view, this is very important. Thank you. So I hope this Git command tutorial has helped you to understand various useful commands in Git. You have learned the basic of Gits and the different commands that are used, and also saw different basic Git commands and advanced too. According to the repository, they are used in followed by some advanced command. We understood that each of the mentioned command does and also come across the syntax which I have shown of each command. So I hope you like this video. uh, I will prepare some more video for the Gits related, and then I think that will be the last one for the Gits. Almost completed, only few things is left, so one more video will come for Git and GitHub, and then we will start for Jenkins. Till then, thank you.